I went from a self-loathing life floater to a self-loving action taker. You may currently be struggling to understand what self-love even means or how other women achieve it, but not for long. In this video, I'm going to simplify self-love so much so that you're going to want to give yourself a hug. As soon as I understood these three concepts, I stopped allowing life to pass me by, and I appreciated my place in the world. I truly began to start loving myself. If you don't know what active listening is, it's the practice of being completely present when someone is speaking to you. You're not just anxiously holding on to what you want to say and waiting for your turn to get your thoughts out. It's also good to mirror back what they've said to you to show that you understand. If you have heard of active listening, you know that it's typically regarded from the perspective of actively listening to other people, like I just explained. But what about actively listening to yourself, to your inner dialogue? Being in tune with what you really want takes practice in actively listening to yourself. Growing up, I had so much love in my heart to give. I didn't understand it at the time, but my father passing away at only 2 years old and my mother abandoning my brother and I shortly after created the perfect abandonment issue cocktail that would intoxicate me with classic people pleaser syndrome. So much of my youth is a total blur because I took a back seat to my own thoughts. I wasn't physically or mentally present with myself, and I had no idea what I really wanted when it came to pretty much anything. What I wanted to eat or wear, who I wanted to hang out with, who I wanted to become, or what I wanted to do. I kind of just let things happen around me. I was alive, but not actively living my own life or actively listening to myself. This allowed other people to take the lead roles in my own movie. Look, honey, as far as we know, this is all we got. And I look back on all those years and feel they were wasted in a way, because who knows how much sooner I could have felt happier and at peace with myself by actively listening to who I am and what I wanted versus what everybody else around me wanted. In a nutshell, I'm talking about being truly present and honest with yourself, because tomorrow is not promised. The next second from now is not promised. Being able to focus on your present for your future is imperative to self-love clarity, which brings me to my next point. Do today what your tomorrow will appreciate. Consistently setting yourself up for success in the future is the ultimate form of self-love. Anyone who thinks about others first consistently can understand this, because they practice setting up other people's futures for success all the time. It's a form of showing love because we care about the outcomes for the people that we love. What about you though? Are you thinking about what you're doing today that it affects the outcomes of your tomorrows? You, like everyone else, is deserving of a life well lived. If we live proactively, we're making choices and taking actions that cultivate a better future for ourselves, versus reacting to past choices that fill us with regret. Regret over our past choices leads to guilt and self-loathing. Examples of living proactively would be improving your sleep habits. Quality sleep is probably the most underrated form of self-love with the most impactful change for the quality of your life. Another example of self-love we hear all the time is working out. And while it may seem like a burden or a chore, the act of working out is truly a form of self-love, because you are caring so much about your longevity, your mobility, your strength, and your health, which is the most important thing to all of us. Another act of self-love that goes hand in hand with quality sleep and working out is putting the proper fuel into your body. Replacing processed foods with the closest you can get to one ingredient, nutrient-dense foods is one of the most important foundational elements of self-love. This helps to clear brain fog that's getting in the way of you loving yourself in all the ways that you can. And if you want to start living proactively by learning how to eat clean faster, check out the free meal plan guide that can help you exactly with that. You can grab it in the description below. Active living and proactive living are the fundamentals on how to show self-love. But why should you show yourself love? Who are you anyway? We show love to who and what we respect. If you understand that all life deserves respect, then you're aware that you deserve respect. Therefore, you should show yourself the love that comes along with respect, naturally. It's been calculated that the chances of being alive are 1 in 10 to the power of 2,685,000. Really marinate on that. That's a 1 plus 2,685,000 zeros, essentially making the probability almost zero. The likelihood of you even existing was so slim. So what a slap in the face to squander life and be self-loathing. This means that in itself, self-loathing is an oxymoron. You would have to think of yourself as higher than any powers that are responsible for life to have the audacity of self-loathing, when your life, just by existing, is so precious because of its unlikelihood. How can you think of yourself so highly and so lowly simultaneously? Well, you can't. We all hear about how we should be grateful for waking up every day, and that's true. But what about being grateful for being who you are? While the likelihood of being alive is almost zero, the likelihood of anyone or anything else being you is literally zero. So not only have you beat the odds stacked against you for being here, you have achieved what no other living thing can possibly do other than yourself, being you. Rather than fighting the unique qualities that make you who you are, it's really important to accept and embrace those qualities that make you so unique. Once you've done all the things mentioned in this video, you've built a solid foundation to truly knowing how to love yourself and to take action that reflects how you really feel about yourself now. And if you want to master self-love even faster, that free meal plan guide I mentioned earlier is normally for my paying clients, but I want you to have it today for free. I hope that this video and the free meal plan offers real value that you can use in your life. And remember, it's never too late to be who you admire. Deuces. Okay. Okay.